So welcome to a new lesson. In the previous one we saw why and how we can sum two integer numbers, and then we also discovered that the inputs of the plus operator have two different colors. One is red and the other is blue. And if you notice, also the integer number boxes have a red inlet. So what does it actually mean? Why there is this difference of colors between the inputs? Well, let's first start by saying that the red inlets are called hot inlets, and the blue inlets are called cold inlets. So like something that is cold. And this kind of makes sense since they are blue, right? So let's write this down. Cool. So why do we actually have two colors for the inlets? Well, as we saw in the previous video, every time we input something in the second inlet of the plus operator, so in the cold one, nothing is happening. And when we input something in the hot inlet, so the red one, then we actually receive the output of these operations. So we receive the sum, for example, of 3 plus 2. So we are triggering the output of the object only when numbers come in from the hot inlet. And this is exactly the behavior of hot inlets and cold inlets. When we input something in a cold inlet, we are actually just setting an internal variable for the object and not triggering its output. So let's write this down. If we would be to open the plus operator, which is actually a C++ program, as all the objects in Max, we will see that there are internally two variables. And for variable, I simply mean a container for numbers. So we will call the first container variable A, and this is what comes inside the hot inlet. And then we will call the second container variable B, and this is what comes inside the cold inlet. So the object will output, we said, the result of the operation only when something comes in the hot inlet. So let's write this down. Let's imagine we are inside the plus operator. So if we say if something is coming in the hot inlet, then output A plus B. So this is kind of pseudocode is called, which means it's not really code, but it helps us to understand how a real code would work. And the code for the plus operator works exactly like that. So we got two variables, two containers for numbers, and every time we change the number inside the variable B, so the number that comes inside the cold inlet, we are not triggering the output, we are simply setting the value for the variable B, which then, when we input something in the hot inlet, the number that we input is going to be summed to this variable B, and we get the output as a result. And this is the same for all the Max objects. As you can see, the integer number box, whenever we input something in the input, is going to output instantaneously the number that it has inside, because this is a hot inlet, is a red inlet, which means we are setting the value of the internal variable of the integer number box, and we are also outputting it directly, since this is a hot inlet. Now, different Max objects have different behaviors, of course, but let's examine another one that behaves exactly in the same way, which is, for example, the minus operator. So we can do additions in Max, we can definitely also do subtractions. So let's say that I want to subtract two integer numbers. I create three number boxes as we did in the previous videos. And then I first input something in the cold inlet, and then I input something in the hot inlet. And then I'm going to receive the result. So let's say 2 minus 2 is 0. Let's notice that if I just create the object and I don't input anything yet inside it, this number is still not connected, then the object by default contains a 0. So whatever is inside the variable B, it's by default at 0. This is kind of good to know. So if I will say 2, minus 0 is equal to 2, 3 minus 0 is equal to 3. And the same is valid also for the plus operator. So if I will just create it from scratch again, and for creating it from scratch I just have to retype inside the name of the object, which in this case is just a plus, and I will input here a 2, this will be 2 plus 0, which is just 2, and whatever is the same for all the other numbers. So by default, the value inside the variable B, so the variable that's going to be replaced by the input of the cold inlet, is by default at 0. Now I want to show you a new object that we are not going to use yet. I just want to show it to you because it has a lot of inputs. So this is the pack object, and I'm going just to input a bunch of zeros inside. Now, for every 0 that I wrote on this object, a new input has been created. And as you can see, most of those inputs are cold. Actually, all the inputs are cold, apart from the last one here on the left. And this means that whenever I input something in these cold inlets, for example, if I input a number, it's not going to trigger the output of this object. It's only going to trigger it when I input something in the hot inlet. And this is common to all max objects. Mostly max objects that have multiple inputs will have only a hot inlet, and this will be the leftmost input. Okay, so this is kind of a common pattern in max objects. If they have multiple inputs, the hot one is always the one on the left, and the others are mostly all cold. Okay, so let me delete the pack objects because we are not really going to use it yet. So for the moment, we are mostly working with objects that have only 2 inputs. Good. So in the next video, we are going to see a very important object, and we are going to expand a bit more on how we can use at our advantage the fact that we have hot and cold inlets. So, well done so far. Every new thing that you learn is a step in your max journey. And if you go until the end of it, then you're going to become a max master. So in order to achieve this goal, see you in the next lesson. Ciao.